Hey everyone, I'm going to do a video, so let's get this started. First question, when your life means the most to you, what is the best advice they've given you? Well, the people who mean the most to me in my life is my grandparents. They have always pushed me towards getting an education, and the best advice they've given me is, if you want a good life, you have to get an education. They've always tried to make me see the bigger picture in life, and even taught me about my inner guide at a small age. That's most likely why I look more towards the bright side of things, and try to make the best of any situation. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say for that one. Question 2. What do you place most value on and why? I value happiness the most in my life. Spreading and receiving happiness is one of the best parts of life. I love exchanging smiles with someone and hopefully make their day even a little better. I hope to look back at my memories with only a smile and no regrets. Question 3. What is one thing that is hard for you to face that you know you have to leave behind for you to succeed? I won't take that step. Is it still in your plastic baggie? Well, for all my life I've loved video games, as you can most likely see. And I know that they are just like only time wasters, and how they give you only like temporary enjoyment, but I'm addicted to the challenge, and I love just the rewarding feeling of beating a really hard game. As a result, I will play games rather than work, and as you can figure, this has caused a lot of problems in my life, academic-wise. But it's one of the few activities I love doing, and I'm not one to give up on video games cold turkey just yet, or even maybe ever. It's just a fun hobby that makes me a little bit of a procrastinator. That has made me a frequent visitor in the dark playground, unfortunately. And it wasn't in my plastic baggie to begin with, so yeah. Question 4. How has your family either supported or shaped this path for you / with you? Do they encourage you were you raised in an educated family, or is education new for you? How does that impact you in both positive and negative way? What is your circle of support, for academics? Who do you go for what? Well, without my grandparents, I wouldn't have gone to college most likely. Without their constant teaching of how education leads to a happy life, and so I dedicate myself to the path of education to obtain this happy life that I want so badly. My grandparents are both college graduates, so they know firsthand of the benefits of education. This path towards education is full of self-improvement, but I had to leave my home, New Hampshire. And I moved to California with my grandparents for the weather, plus more reasonable prices for college, at the cost of cutting ties with many of my friends and the emotional damage the move has caused me. My circle of support is just me and my grandma tackling any problems that arise head on. I go for my best friend Suede for good times and to get my mind off of school when it's just too overwhelming. Another question, I don't know. What is one thing you have had to overcome academically this semester? I've had to stop self-sabotaging myself because I was just constantly giving into the instant gratification way too easily. And that comes with sleeping and just anything else all around. I basically was an embodiment of procrastination, always looking forward to the panic monster whipping me into a working machine. I never looked at any work as something I wanted to do but had to do, resulting in dragging it out till I gave work I'm not even proud of. I need to stop defining myself by what I consume, but what I produce, like I used to when I was a kid. I just wonder what changed since then. Another question. What is your definition of lifelong success? Lifelong success to me is living a life worth living. If I can live my life with a smile, then I've made it. I don't want a perfect life too. I need to learn from my mistakes for a better tomorrow. Life is full of ups and downs, and I've realized you need to go down sometimes to gain momentum towards up. Another question. One of the most impactful responses from your information interviews that you would like to discuss / share with the class. Well, for my interview, I asked my grandfather, did anyone discourage him from joining the Marines? He responded with his uncle, an officer in the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II, was the only one that told him not to go. This was surprising to me, but not at the same time. An officer discouraging war is uncommon, but I believe it's because he knew what war was like, and didn't want my grandfather to go through the same thing. And the last question. What is your plan to transfer, i.e. /major, degree, objective, what will you get from your degree? Well, I currently have no plan besides transferring to SDSU. That's pretty much it. Well, thanks for watching. That's everything.